Hey there, Papa's Posse. Don't forget about that QR code. Take you to my eBay, YouTube, and Instagram page. Well, welcome back to the channel there, Papa's Posse. Once again, it's time for Papa's comic books, coffee, and more. Well, hello there, Papa's Posse. It's time for Papa's comic books, coffee, and more. And today we have X-Men number 8, Gambit vs. Bishop. Enough said. This book is from 1992. It was $1.25. Title of the story, Tooth and Claw, by Scott Lobdell and Joe Rosas. Now don't forget, this book and others are available on the eBay page, Papa's-Comic-Books. Special appearance by Ghost Rider. Okay. You and me got ourselves a problem. Everything that happened in Germany has got me thinking about my past, what there is of it. Way I see it, you got answers to questions I ain't even thought of yet. It's been 3 days since you've been spitting up access denied to every single case I pry open. One of us is going to have to give computer, and it ain't going to be me. Yo, Volster, maybe now isn't the professor. The prof is debuting his latest ex-dude topside. Name's Bishop. Now I don't feel bad about Jubla. Oh, go away. I said now probably isn't what I said. What I do. Later, jubilation. Whatever the hell that means. Gray Malkin Lane, Salem Center, New York. Charles Xavier School for Gifted Youngsters. Orientation class is in session. Though I am still not convinced your placement among us is the most prudent option, it is my responsibility as Gold Leader to welcome you to X-Men. Aurora Bishop is from nearly 100 years in the future. Perhaps the tour of our facilities would go smoother if you'd refrain from editorializing in regards to his qualifications. Caution is a quality to be commended in a leader, Professor. In truth, I'd expect nothing less from the legendary Storm. Cautious. You'll get no argument from me. Bishop, I'd like you to meet Genesis. Close the names, Forge. Close the names, Forge. For the moment. It's an honor, sir. Surely, Forge, you have not been working on the Blackbird since last evening. The work needed to be done, Aurora, and I find most of my evenings have been free lately. Your diligence is appreciated, friend, but Storm is correct to be concerned. Even your mutant ability to create or repair anything mechanical has its limits. Coming from an old workhorse like you, I consider myself schooled. Tension between you and Forge, Aurora? None of which I am aware, Charles. I myself confess to being a bit on edge. It's not every day a kid from Sheepshead Bay, gets to meet Cyclops, the X-Men's greatest leader. In case you don't know, Sheepshead is Sheepshead's Bay in Brooklyn, New York. You may discover Bishop. You will assimilate much sooner if you do not believe everything you have read in your history books. Indeed, in a moment, you will have every opportunity to discern fact from fiction. Students, I'd like to introduce you to our newest X-Man, Bishop. I trust you know everyone. From Holodiscs, the Kelly exhibit, yes. But those images pale in comparison to Cyclops, the legends hail you as the first X-Men. Hello. I've met Jean Grey, but you must be Dr. Henry McCoy, known as the Beast. You were Randall's most read philosopher. Gracias. Who's Randall? Next, Psylocke, and Rogue. So, you must be Gambit. There's very little written about you. Just the way I like. You are Jubilation, the last X-Men. Really? Cool. If she be la dernière, how's that explain, you pup? La boo. It's très gauche to go shouting to a body's name without that body's permission. This explains the witness' reluctance to share his recollections regarding Gambit, because they are one and the same. Calm down, man. You're not making any sense. Not to me, leastways. The witness was the last person to see the X-Men alive before they were betrayed by one of their own. Sir, I command you to Scan Gambit's thoughts in order to define his loyalties. That is unnecessary, not to mention insulting. I am not in the habit of invading the minds of my students, Bishop. Gambit has demonstrated his unswerving dedication to the X-Men on more than one occasion. Hate to sound insensitive to the needs of the chronologically displaced, but can we discuss this over our previously scheduled picnic? Picnic? I inform you of your impending deaths at the hands of a traitor, and you suggest a picnic? We do our best thinking on a full stomach. But to the lake. But everyone. Insulting, eh? Sherry didn't know you cared. Ah, sorry. Did you all get the impression I cared? It is obvious nobody is taking me seriously. He has fought at our side for several months. You have been in the mansion for 1 hour. Tell me, Commander, who would you trust? Below. Barrington is the best you can offer. What's a Barrington? I mean, is it a person? A place? And what's it got to do with yours, truly? Unless you hear about saving the world, Chuck, I'd just as soon be left alone, and I would respect your need for solitude. If I thought for even a moment it was genuine, ooh, Logan, it doesn't take an empath to know what you need is a friend. I can feel it happening. Every day I feel myself reverting to the head case I was before I joined the outfit. Finding out half my memories might be bogus was the last straw. Was I a spy or a samurai, or just a sawed-off psycho killer with an adamantium claws? Whew. Maybe all those things and more, but that was your past. Today you are an X-Man. Surely that must count for something. In lieu of real life, Chuck, it'll have to do. At that moment, our very edge on the Xavier estate hasn't said a word about the condition since the Shadow King crushed his legs. It's not natural, even for the professor. What do you think about it? About what? About the professor. Whoa! I think that child professor guy. I think the professor, is doing that. That is just perfect. Excuse me, Gene. You remembered. I'm flattered. Ooh, sorry, my mind must have, been elsewhere, on her. The gutter, perhaps. Sorry. You were saying? Spend enough time tracking down and executing mutant outlaws. You start thinking mutants and humans are the only two life forms on the planet. Goddess, let us hope not. You realize, of course, your days as judge and jury and executioner are over. You make me sound like a vigilante. A member of the X's is not above the law, Storm. He is the law. Gee, Scooch, Cyclops, he's under attack. In a manner of speaking, nothing he cannot handle on his own. While again your first instinct is to enter the fray guns blazing, I will not apologize for being prudent in my era. You have lived in a time and place ruled by violence and governed by fear. Exactly the world that we as X-Men have dedicated our lives to preventing. Do you believe that's possible? If I did not, I would never have left Kenya. One thing I know for certain. If we are going to succeed, it cannot be by employing the same techniques we deplore. We must be better than our enemies, or we have lost before we've begun. So it's not the champagne and the candlelight dinner I imagined when I asked you out. I suppose it'll have to do in a pinch. I thought you'd appreciate me making you an old-fashioned Cajun meal with my own two hands. If I made a list of things to do with your own two hands, stirring gumbo wouldn't be on it. Man, you certainly know how to get under a girl's skin. I'm trying. Gambit, please. Even the slightest physical contact means I'd absorb your mind and powers. Worst fates spring to mind, Sherry. That's all I need. Thoughts of you running through my head 24 hours a day. How'd that be any different than now? Honestly, talking to you all. Batman is like talking to back wall. Excuse me. It's only been 10 minutes, mon ami. And I know I don't like you much, as in at all. I'm devastated. I was hoping we'd be friends, Lebu. Seeing how I'm going to be following your every move until I figure out exactly what it is you're up to. That may be a while. You might best take your shot now. Avoid the rush. Gambit, calm down. What are you waiting for, Monsieur? Jab. That? I know you not as the man you claim to be, Lebu, but rather as the monster you will one day become. For I was raised by you in the aftermath of the great betrayal, while I might not know exactly how it came about. Rest assured, I will do everything in my power to see that it does not, and you'll discover Gambit. Oh, the power I can bring to bear is considerable. Tell me you didn't do that on purpose. Knocked her over. If you plan on staying around, Bishop, there are some things you should know. It can be thrown, it can be energized. Don't go getting rogue on your bad side. Don't let me go getting my hands on anything solid. Anyway, I hear tell your power's not much good against projectiles. Just between you and me, mon ami, if you were right, if I was planning on murdering the X-Men in their sleep, you'd be first. You'll never have that opportunity, LeBeau. A plasma rifle against the boysenberry pie. Can you find the crazed psychopath in this picture? Gambit is right, Bishop, eh? If anyone is behaving like a prime candidate for the acolytes, it's you. You're wasting your massive lungs, Sherry. He's not one to listen to reason. Or treason. Moogle. Oops. I spent 4 hours sweating over a hot stove. And the best you can offer is oops. Is this wise? Keep laughing or she'll kill us. Suppose it's fitting you die with a smile on your face. I'm not shaking here. I got it on good authority. I'm going to outlive every one of you. Do you begin to see the absurdity of it all? Y'all is trying to hold Gambit responsible for something he may or may not have done in a future that may or may not ever happen. If you're going to hate him, Sugar, at least hate him for the scoundrel that he is. How can a body argue with an endorsement like that? There is so much of the past that remains a mystery. We ain't talking about the past, Sugar. We're talking about here and now. And for the moment, Gambit walks along the side of the angels. Trust me, girlie. Hey, he's about to be walking with the angels. My business is with LeBeau. If the rest of you leave this minute, I'll let you live. How gracious. Problem being, I have dibs on Gambit, which means you'll have to wait your turn. My own power redirected at me? You've been getting 2 points for creativity and 1 for accuracy. S'il vous plaît, that is no way to treat a lady, monsieur. Especially when that lady is my wife. His wife. Okay. Yo, what? You mean somebody was actually desperate enough to become Mrs. Gambit? Desperate? You don't know the half of it, Chili. And the name is Belladonna Bordereau. I don't think I ain't on to your scam, babe. Now that Gambit's made it big time as an X-Men, you can waltz in. Shush, Chile. My husband and me got us business to discuss. Clan business. Not that it's nobody's know-how, but I was raised by a grandpa, the Assassin's Guild. And why nobody ever be dumb enough to take blame for the actual birth. Me loving husband was brought up in the Thieves' Guild. It sounds more dramatic than it is. Mes amis. Clans and guilds is just a big easy way of referring to families. Except that, for the first time in years, our families are at war. Dead bodies, bloodshed, everything. So seek counseling already. Why drag Kid Creole into it? Because what my loving wife is too polite to say Jubilee is that it's my fault. Leaving out the juicy parts. It's like this. Some high muckamuck decided the best way to bring peace to the warring clans was to marry a thief's son with an assassin's daughter. Quelle chance. Somebody's my brother-in-law being one were less than thrilled by the prospect of peace. He was a better political activist. Then he was a swordsman. While everyone agreed it was self-defense, it was also agreed I should leave in a feeble attempt to maintain non-aggression pact. Now that something has happened to shatter that pact, it's my place to return and see what I can do to reestablish it. I'm sure I speak on behalf of the beast when I say we'd be happy to join you. Great. Just in time for the Mardi Gras. And the rest of you? Wouldn't miss it for the world. You have to ask? Right. Like I got anything better to do? Room for one more, Slim? Always. So you're the skirt that tamed the Cajun. Housebroke, to be more accurate. Nice to see everyone's having their ha-has at my expense, since Forge has the Blackbird sprawled across the hangar deck. Hope nobody minds first class on the red eye. The Big Easy. Beep, 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 wah, 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 wah. Lousy little two-wheeled speed freak yank bikers think they can drive any which way they please. Not in my town. Pull it over, son. So what do we got here? You want to extinguish your helmet? Then I'd like to see your license and reg. Oh, Stratton, is there a problem, officer? It's a skeleton. Must be you-know-who. Next issue to be continued. Ghost Rider 26. All righty. Well, that was X-Man Gambit vs. Bishop, number 8 from 1992. Tooth and Claw. Hope you enjoyed that little reading. And don't forget, this book and others are available on my eBay page, Papa's-Comic-Books. Please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. And remember, as Papa and Gambit and Bishop always say, that was easy. Until next time, Papa is out.